Hello, Internet, and welcome to Behind the Chapter.
Welcome to the Quirkless podcast, our weekly My Hero podcast. I was about to say comics, jump on a set. God damn it, Weather.
Today we're going to be discussing the Inko and Deku meme. In this meme, we see Inko hiding under a sheet, and then Deku, and then she says help, I think. I don't know. And then Deku comes in and saves her. Epic.
Deku, help me. An anonymous 4chan posted a picture.
Oh wait, I was doing a chilled voice the entire time, not even a behind the meme voice. Fuck.
Oh. Okay, anyway, welcome to the podcast.
We're
doing chapter 188.
My father is the number one hero.
Except unless he fucking dies.
Yeah, I mean, this chapter didn't even focus on Todoroki, so why is that even like a thing?
Well, it's more to do with the end of the
chapter.
It
doesn't seem to be. It's like it's from Endeavor's perspective, so I don't know why the chapters or the chapter title is from like his kid's perspective. I guess it switches to Todoroki's perspective in the end, but
I think it's to do with the ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good chapter. It's nice to get a look at Endeavor's perspective for once. Instead of what everyone else thinks of him, we actually see his thought processes, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, we've known for a while that he does legitimately care about Todoroki. He's very bad at like showing it, I think.
He really likes beating the point of how much he likes Todoroki. Am I right, Zach?
Yeah. It's not funny.
He beats his kid.
No, that's not funny.
No, but I liked the chapter. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty good chapter. It's like there's Hawks in it, so it must be pretty good. I mean, I just realized that the high end just calls Hawks bird. He's just like bird.
Well, I mean, I mean, if it is like, it's kind of childish, so it makes sense for him to just be like,
I think
it has
he's
wings,
just
it's a bird.
stupid. My idea of them being children is slowly slipping away for the thought that, you know what if it's just really stupid?
I've come to the thought that maybe it's just slowly learning.
Yeah.
So it's slowly starting to put things together and form coherent sentences.
Soon he'll be a true gamer.
We get a lot of nice art this chapter.
Yeah, I like the scene where Hawks is like obscured slightly by his wing, and he's like standing there with his. By the way, fucking wing swords, so cool. Feather swords, so cool. And I like the scene right after where he's obscured slightly by his wings. Just Hawks is so cool.
Mm-hmm. I like the shot where fucking Endeavor just literally slices and dices a fucking building into pieces. Which is at the start of the chapter.
Oh, at the start. I was like, where is this? Oh, yeah.
Like, he just completely dices it.
With his spider special move. Why is it called that? I don't get it.
Because maybe it's because it has like multiple legs, or
But,
originally it looked like he was catching them in a web.
I guess. I don't know. I don't agree with that. That's it. The entire manga's ruined for me. I can't take it.
Like, that one tiny thing makes you hate the entirety of the manga.
Yep. Can't support it anymore. That just really irks me. Can't.
We find out that the Nomu has another fucking quirk, which I want to talk about. Do you think it can literally just make Nomus, or do you think it stores Nomus inside of it?
I think he probably just stores Nomus inside of him. I doubt. Although it would, if he did have a quirk as complex as creating Nomus, it would definitely add to the theory that it's a child because children in this universe have been shown to have more complex quirks. But I doubt that's what it is.
Well, it says fission, so I would presume the quirk is called a fission quirk,
Yeah.
you would presume it's been making it itself.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like splitting itself up and like duplicating. But it's interesting that's like the word they use. Let's Google that shit.
Science.
The action of dividing or splitting something into two or more parts. So yeah, it's splitting itself up. So that's an interesting word to use there, because it implies that yes, this is being done within the instance and is being done by the Nomu's or the High End's body itself. So that's really interesting.
When I said at the beginning that it's nice to see Endeavor's thought process, it's nice to see that he actually does have weaknesses, and they're very similar to Todoroki's in which where he can overheat himself.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it because it makes sense for why Endeavor specifically wanted an ice quirk. And you can see it as like a purely statistical thing, like Endeavor just wants his son to be like perfect as well as like all his other offspring. But you could also see it from like a caring type of father who doesn't want their child's quirk being dangerous to them, like accidentally overheating themselves, and would prefer them to be able to radiate their body by using their quirk. Or at least that's how I saw it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still think it's just him, just him trying in pursuit of number one hero. Although he has that now, so I don't know.
He doesn't seem very happy considering how he got it.
Yeah. But I do think it's what's the word? I don't think that's not really new information though. We've known since the beginning that that's why he chose that his wife that for that reason was to have the ice quirk to counter his fire quirk.
It's fucking. I'm really loving Endeavor. Like just watching him fight. Like fucking the prominence burn where he just completely destroys that Nomu.
Yeah.
And one thing that we haven't actually fucking mentioned yet, which I'm surprised, Endeavor fucking loses an eye.
Yeah, he's dead.
Just straight up loses a fucking eye.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Like when the chapters were originally leaked, that's the first fucking image I saw. I'm like, God fucking damn it! Why is the first image I have to see Endeavor losing his fucking eyeball?
Yeah, that like cut right through his face. He's gonna like it grazed his chin, then it went through his upper lip, and then it went right for his eye. So it was like the scratch was going upwards, and yeah, probably just clawed his eye out. Oh, and that was all live stream on television too, so everybody saw that shit. That's
like I kind of love how it's drawn, how the blood is like it's like paint strokes, and I just really like the picture. God, people are gonna think I'm fucking insane. In the last episode I described hawks being impaled as cute, and now I'm saying it's really cool when how they fucking drew the blood. I'm not building the best reputation for myself.
Although I don't think this blood's necessarily breaking any new ground in terms of Shonen. I feel like this is like sort of the classic depiction of blood in Shonen Jump.
I enjoy that. Well, not enjoy. I like the fact that everyone's reactions to seeing this broadcasted, especially Todoroki's, because it's subtle. But I fucking love it so much. When I first read the chapter, I'm just like, this fucking chapter, it hit me so hard. Just the Todoroki's face, and you can see slightly on his fireside, you can see flames starting to form, and it's like it's small, so you can like see it. It's noticeable enough, but it's not like very prominent, and I just fucking love it.
Yeah, it was very cool. I just noticed that detail too, so I was like, wow. That's...
Do you think Todoroki? Do you think he's going to go on a revenge mission?
No.
No.
One, I don't think he believes that he's able to take down high end, and 2, I think high end won't last much longer in the story. I think if Endeavor doesn't kill him, Hawks will get to him, and if Hawks doesn't get to him, somebody else will, and it'll be real quick.
Do you think even Hawks would be able to fight the high end Nomu at a competent level?
I mean, seeing as he took down several Nomus with like one shot with his blades, yeah, I think.
But these are like.
I think he could probably hold his own against the high end. Although,
but those Nomus are like weak as fuck. This Nomu can literally fly, and as we see, it regenerates. It goes from a fucking head. And it regenerates its entire fucking body back after being scorched.
Well, if these Nomus are identical to the ones we saw even in the All Might versus One for All fight, even Endeavor couldn't hold his own against those. So, it's really... Or couldn't hold himself really that well. He had to, it took him some time to get him down.
I like Hawks, but I don't think Hawks is...
I don't think he could either, but I think he could definitely... He'd be competent against them, at least. What we really need to do is we need to get the washing machine in here.
Oh my god. No, fucking the samurai and the blue eyes white dragon, that would be an actual fight.
Yeah, that would,
I really wish we actually get to see those fucking heroes, but I don't think we're ever going to see them in actual combat. I think they're just going to be named in the background.
No, we'll see them eventually.
Washer before... Fucking... Okay. Legitimate question. Do you honestly think Washer will be in the story at some point?
I think the rest of the heroes might. I think he might appear maybe in Vigilantes at some point. Vigilante gets all the joke characters.
Just fucking... I can't... Washer. I'm legitimately trying to imagine an arc in which where someone is put into a student of Washer and has to... wash someone. I can't. Someone from Class B will be put with them.
Yeah.
It'll probably be
Monoma. He'll learn some humility.
Oh my god, and he could use his quirk to copy washers, and they could just clean the streets.
Yeah.
Monoma better be put with, someone with a decent quirk, because that kid is... His quirk is so fucking situational.
Nah.
Yo, if Monoma took Monoma would be kind of good against fighting Nomus, I guess.
Yeah, well, we don't know if he has I don't know if he has a limit to it. Let me check.
I think, it might just be emitter quirks. I don't think it can copy mutation quirks per se.
I think that might be the limit to it. It's gonna. I don't think it's really that It depends.
It's not like Class B's quirks are actually fucking
Although,
anyway.
he was able to take what's his name? Ijiro's quirk. Which is not, it's like a transformation, isn't it?
I'm trying to remember who's Ijiro.
Ijiro, so Kiyoshima.
Oh, fucking cute. No, is that a mutation? I swear that's a emitter.
No, it's not a mutation, it's a transformation, which is like a mutation that is temporary.
Okay, then I think he can use transformation quirks and he can use emitter. I don't think he can use mutation quirks.
I think, when you think about it, mutations are really functionally identical to transformation. It's just transformations aren't on all the time.
Monoma accidentally fucking takes Tailboy's quirk and he just has a permanent tail there for the rest of his life.
I don't think he would keep it forever. And maybe it's a thing where he can maybe he subconsciously can take the quirks, but they just don't manifest as properly.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he just has a really small tail when he touches that person or whatever.
Can I go on My Hero rant for a sec? Because one thing about My Hero which is really pissing me off, and I know they can't do anything about it right now, just the entirety of Class 1B does not get... We know all the characters from 1B, but we, for fuck's sake, don't know what any of their quirks do. We know some of them, and I think we know all the names of the quirks, but we don't have an explanation. I forget. We have a girl who has mushroom-shaped hair. Her quirk is like shrooms, but we don't know what it does.
Look, there is something that could come out of this. That by not having the 1B quirks like fully explored yet, if we end up having to have filler arcs later on, they could just completely star 1B instead of the main cast.
I'm completely fine with that. I would actually kind of prefer that, considering we don't get that much development on 1B.
I know.
Can we just get a side manga? Like a side manga of 1B's misadventures?
Just Monomer being a fucking asshole the entire time.
I couldn't do that to Hirokoshi. Imagine if Hirokoshi had to do two mangas.
He'd just have a different artist do it, like he does with the Vigilantes.
Is that canon?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, it's very canon.
Okay.
It takes place five years before My Hero, the base series, and we get to see a bunch of characters show up in it.
So, is that written by Hirokoshi? Is it just written by someone else?
I don't think it's written by Horikoshi. I think it's, but it is like Horikoshi recognizes it. Like a lot of things that have appeared in what's it called? My Hero have appeared in Vigilantes first. Like I think Quirk Killer Bolt showed up there first, and Trigger as well, which Fat Gum mentions when he first shows up.
I've read the first chapter of Vigilantes, and I'm kind of interested. I'm not fully sure yet if I should read it, carry on reading it or not.
Yeah, well, I like the idea of Vigilantes because it's sort of like these characters don't belong in the world they're in because it's like they're living fossils. Because Vigilantes first showed up after Quirks started showing up. Everybody was Vigilantes, and then they would use their quirks for good or possibly for evil. And then the government were like, well, we need to step in and we need to take care of this. We need to make everything orderly. So what they did was they took the most popular Vigilantes, the ones who weren't necessarily the strongest or the best or the goodest, the greatest people, and they said, you guys are the most popular, you're official heroes now, good job. And then everyone else was villains now. So
it's the popular kids. Oh, yeah. No.
And so that's why the Vigilantes exist, because they're like sort of like they're not necessarily needed by Hero Society anymore. But they exist because good people can be vigilantes, but they're just not popular enough to be true heroes. And it's really interesting to explore that and how Hero Society deals with people like this. Like, one of the few professional heroes we see in that series is Captain Celebrity, and he's a fucking dick. He's just like the worst kind of person. And he's the #1 hero in America. He's like constantly broiled in scandals and bullshit. And he's like always sleeping with women that aren't his fucking wife. And it's like, this guy represents the whole of American heroes because he's at #1.
Do you think that's kind of like almost a commentary on celebrity culture in America?
His name is fucking his name is Captain Celebrity. No, it's not.
I'm a dipshit. Okay, I zoned out on the name. I'm like, of course, it's obviously his entire character's a joke on how on fucking gossip and all of that.
Yeah, he's a fucking ass.
You said there's not going to be another chapter when he's at San Diego, right?
Yeah. So next week after this current coming up chapter, we will not see another chapter because Horikoshi will be at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if he's doing a panel yet.
I think it's just a shining.
He may just show up at the Viz panel, I think, probably. Does Viz have a panel?
I think Viz might have a panel. If I remember correctly, they're gonna show Hirokoshi the Make a Quirk contest winners. Then the winners chosen. And then it's just going to be a signing. I'm not sure if he's going to show anything off.
Oh, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. This is Anime Boston. Never mind.
But I mean, if there's no chapter, I could spend the next week or so catching up with Vigilantes, and we could talk about that.
We could talk about Vigilantes as a whole, or maybe we could cover some of the jump starts going on in Shonen Jump right now.
I literally only read My Hero and Shonen Jump.
I know, but it might be interesting to just cover the jump starts because we could be on the brink of something new.
The
Although
Blinks.
I'm not a
No.
big fan of the newest one. I forget what it's called. It's like, I'm the president of a giant company, and here's my man from the future who came to save me from assassins or some bullshit. And that's the full name.
Whenever I think of CEOs of companies, I think of a quote from Sato Kaiba.
Screw the rules, I have money.
No, in which where Dart says, "Yeah, you can destroy those monsters, but only if you don't mind destroying your precious friends' souls." And Sato Kaiba claps back with fucking, "As the CEO of a major corporations, I'll have you know I break the souls of many people on a day-to-day basis."
Was that from like the Japanese version or the 4 Kids stuff?
I think it's the 4 Kids stuff. It's fucking great.
No guns, but we can have existential torments.
I fucking love Sato Kaiba. Sato Kaiba's a fucking mood. I'm just saying.
Now, One Piece, you know you can't have guns, but we'll sure as hell let Yu-Gi-Oh have systematic oppression. Oh, and you don't get to keep that Japanese theme song either. Throw in a rap. Aw, I wonder what a My Hero
rap
rap
is
would be
better.
like.
I'm not gonna attempt to rap
Yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
embarrass myself.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I love the One Piece rap.
I could fucking rehearse it right now, except I'm not going to because that's dumb.
I really like
I don't
Hyen's
have time for
design.
that.
I'm just gonna put that out there. He looks really cool.
He's really fucking cool. I just love the fact when we first saw him and he's flying in like fucking like a fucking jet. I just get Starscream vibes from it.
Have you noticed that a lot of the... Never mind. A lot of the villains seem like they like... A lot of villains fly and shit in this series. And a lot of them have like bird-like features. I wonder what's up with that. Do you think Horikoshi is... Do you think Horikoshi's afraid of birds?
No.
I think...
Because he has Takayami.
Yeah. Who's the UA trader?
Momo. We discussed this. It's probably
No. I
it
mean
makes sense if
Tokiyami's
it's
the
Momo.
UA trader.
No, he's just an edgy boy, okay? He's going through a quote unquote phase right now.
Oh my god, what if he turns out to be like the happiest hero?
The happiest hero. Well, his quirk is pretty strong, and the strongest ones always have a smile.
That's true.
Is there anything else you want to say about the chapter?
I think it was pretty freaking epic. Also, that jumpstart from this week's chapter was Saiji Tanaka, secretary to the managing president, General Time Industries. What a fucking title!
That's kind of a mouthful. It doesn't like imagine like if you go up to a friend like if you like My Hero, you'd be like, oh yeah, do you like My Hero Academia? If you like One Piece, you like One Piece. Now it's fucking what are you supposed to say?
Do you like Saiji Tanaka, secretary to the managing president, General Time Industries? It's a show about a battle secretary who travels back in time to protect the president of a time travel company from competitors who have sent themselves back in time to assassinate him. That's a fucking plot synopsis and a half.
Wouldn't that cause a paradox if they were to kill him?
Paradoxes don't exist. Look, if you just
Oh,
pretend
you go
like
by the
paradoxes don't exist, then your time travel suddenly makes a lot of sense.
Well, you could go do what Dragon Ball Z does and have it be like the multiverse.
No, just pretend they don't exist.
Just pretend they don't
Yeah,
exist.
just pretend they don't exist.
The sentence is false.
It's a lot better than just trying to explain them away. Just like be like, what's a time paradox? I've never heard that in my life. Now, sure, that may remove half of the fun of a time travel story, like having the recurring effects of somebody going back in time and seeing it ripple throughout time. But that's hard. Writing is hard.
One thing that I thought to myself is that this is like something that comes in my head. It used to come in my head quite frequently. I thought to myself, okay, so if time travel is ever real, every single year, all of the Callums will time travel to the specific point to meet each other, and the Callum that doesn't show up, and that's the year I die.
I've always thought my future self is watching me somewhere. I just want to let that fucking prick know that he's a asshole. Fuck you. Stop living.
You just watch your old videos and like your future self.
I hate those even more.
So is there any final words you want to say on the chapter?
No, I'm good.
I hope Endeavor doesn't fucking die. Don't take him away from me when I actually start liking him, Hirokoshi. Do you hear me?
Just stop
you
liking him.
You can't do this to me. No.
Just stop liking him.
He's getting better, okay? Don't take someone away when they're trying to change.
Yeah, well, you know, he should have thought about that sooner. Now he gets to die. Painfully.
Painfully. By the hands of a fucking Nomu. That's a fucking way of dying.
The Nomus are Chad anyways. He deserves to live.
Anything you want to show?
Yes. I would like to shill the Disney XD sitcom, I'm in the Band, featuring... Gotta Google who's in it.
Okay, what was that? Gets his fucking...
Logan
Disney
Miller,
sitcom.
Stephen Full, Greg Baker, Caitlin Taylor Love, Steve Valentine, son of President Funny Valentine. It had 2 seasons. 2 dose.
If I can retract a shill, I'm gonna retract Darling in the Fangs. It's bad. I'm sorry, Zach. You're right. You're right. Congratulations.
I heard the most recent episode was trash.
It was. Oh my god! It was so bad. It was so bad. And I would actually, I would retract any fucking association I had with Darling in the Fangs.
If that in that case, I would like to shill Darling in the Franks.
Why would you do this?
Because chaotic neutral.
Megalobox is good. The final episode.
Oh yeah, Megalobox was fucking great. Probably the best show this year, and it can't be topped. Unless they somehow bring out a Full Metal Alchemist remake that is even better with better animation and fixes the Tucker arc again, even though they got it right the first time.
Okay, well I think that's it then. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoy the episodes, feel free to share them because it really helps.
Oh, also, I want to show the scene from 21 Jump Street where he says, "My name is Jeff." True chaotic neutral.